So yesterday, I posted from the Fencesitter subreddit, and a woman on YouTube says to be careful about that subreddit because it's actually a pronatalist subreddit, and they actually ban people if they're sitting on the fence and thinking about being child free. She told me to look up this post from a year ago, and this person says I have been banned from Fencesitter. She said, well, I don't know if it's a he or she, but this person says, "Hi everyone. Today, I answered to two posts on Fencesitter. One where a guy who said he agreed with antinatalism asked if we could help him decide to become a parent or not. I told him not to because he seemed to be more on the child-free side. Another post where I said to be a good parent, you need to have money and to be caring and patient. Can you all explain to me why we can't say the truth? Yes, you need money and resources. Nothing is free. You need to pay for your shelter, food, electricity, water, hobbies, transportation, etc. The more expensive your lifestyle, the more money you need. But no, apparently, when it comes to children, you do not need money. And yes, you need to be patient when your kids will test your boundaries. So I just wanted to share with you, people before having kids cannot know what it's going to be like because of this lack of transparency. It's disgusting to hide these posts if you disagree. Only the positive side is allowed. Thanks for listening to me. Take care." So that was the jump off point, and that is interesting. So he or she couldn't tell, the challenging part of being a parent. And then this person, Sulavagant, said, "I've heard a lot about the fence sitter sub removing anything not pro kids enough for the mods liking. Your post is just another example of it. It sucks that that sub has no chance of working." This person says, "It seems like it's okay to just make generic statements to the effect of, I'm choosing to not have kids. But if you dare talk about any negative experience, then you get axed. That way they can claim they support both viewpoints when what they're actually doing is treating it like a neutral decision when the actual choice is inconsequential, like whether or not to go and see a movie." Reverse Phoenix says, I completely agree. It's sick how the other side in favor of kids can say whatever they want on there, though. There was a post, which I actually suspect is fake, from a former fence sitter who came back after kids to say that anyone who chooses not to is missing out, and we don't even know what we're missing, but it's so great, and simply just hugging the kid makes it all worth it. It would be an instant ban if a child-free person said that about their life. So hypocritical and harmful. Rapunzel said that's why the sub is a biased piece of poop instead of a learning experience that could actually help people who want to hear different views. Sailor Chibi says, I got banned from there too because someone posted a question asking who there was child free, and I answered that I am. Boom, banned. I now wonder if that was a mod trap because I always made it a point to be diplomatic and tactful on that sub. I've now realized that it's not really a fence sitter sub. It's run by parents looking to convince people on the fence to have kids. So that's tricky. That's terrible. Okay. Then the OP says, yes, it's true. I've searched regret in the sub, and some parents keep the pressure on. I'm sure they are secretly regretful when I read stuff like, yes, you can travel, see your friends, study, change your jobs. Yes, if you have a lot of money, but otherwise, if you are a wagey, you are not going to have a very exciting life. My mom is also like this. She had 4 kids and likes to pretend she had done it all alone when she was married to my dad and had rich parents. I'm also sure they like to destroy opportunities of growth for people who are from lower economic backgrounds. Ooh, that's diabolical. Complex Construction says so many people try to downplay their non-apparent privilege. Happens far too often. Small Escapist says, wow, I never considered that. That's so unfair of people to give advice from a place like that, to give advice to have kids, knowing that you secretly have money. Like, yeah, you don't need money to have kids. You absolutely need money to have kids. It is stressful being broke. It is stressful being broke. Do not have kids if you are barely surviving. That is terrible idea. That's a terrible idea. Krista with a CH says, This is exactly what it is, a subtle pro-parenting sub. I too was banned, presumably for expressing a no kids opinion, but I'll never know because they refuse to respond to my messages. And then going with Floem says, that's really sad. It makes me think of those pregnancy centers that have ads all over the place for women who need options, when in reality, they're just pro birth centers trying to intercept women who may be interested in termination. Please know that these people are out there and diabolical. That's the reason why I'm doing this post. Nessa Bean says, well, that explains why I never see anything negative about having children on that page. I always wondered about that actually. Why have a group like that if there's no transparency on the topic? Makes absolutely no sense. Seems like it's another trap of lies to get people to have kids, most likely created by salty people with kids. This group seems to be the only safe space. Sick and Tired at the bottom says, I got banned from there a long time ago for saying stuff remotely honest and not pro birth. It's a trap that pretends to be a safe space to ask for honest opinions, but any opinion that isn't, yes, absolutely, you should have a kid, is deleted and the user is banned on site. It's a complete front for natalists at all costs. They won't let anything remotely negative about parenting stay there for long. As they want more and more people to think it's all sunshine and rainbows to have kids. And just know that obviously it's not always sunshine and rainbows and unicorns. It really isn't. And so being in that sub and thinking you're going to talk to somebody that is even, that's diabolical. I just wanted to add something interesting that I saw. I saw this in the Damn That's Interesting subreddit, What Babies Do in the Womb. And this is a video. This seemed interesting. Enjoy. I'm not even going to really introduce this. I'm just going to throw it out there. This was posted in the marriage subreddit. She says, I'm giving my husband the cold shoulder and I see it's affecting him. The fact that she doesn't use paragraphs is kind of challenging to the eyes, but we're going to get into it. She says, my husband and I have been together for 11 years, and honestly, the last year has really taken a toll on me emotionally. A couple of months ago, we got into a very heated argument that has stuck with me since. I told him I wanted to talk to him when the kids went down for bed, which took a lot of courage. He asked, why couldn't we talk before? And I told him I just wanted it to be us without any interruptions. After we put the kids to bed, I walked into the living room and asked if he was ready, and he got annoyed because he just wanted to play his game. He asked me what was so important that I wouldn't talk to him earlier about, and I told him I just wanted to talk about my feelings, that I've been feeling pretty low, and I wanted to reconnect with him as my best friend and partner. He started to roll his eyes when I told him I would like to work on our marriage and make us a priority before it gets to the point of no return. He kind of scoffed and told me that once the kids were older and the business was going steady, then we could start working on us. I have never felt like a priority to anyone. I've never felt like a priority to anyone. So hearing him say this crushed me. When I wanted him to be thinking of me and getting some flowers every once in a while and not having to ask, he said that roses are expensive. I told him that I would be happy with a $5 bouquet from Walmart every once in a while. When I brought him not being as affectionate as he used to be, he responded with, we aren't teenagers anymore, and affection makes me uncomfortable. My love language is physical touch. I love to be held and hugged. I even told him I would just like to sometimes be invited to watch a movie in the living room and spend me and him time. There was an excuse for that as well. He said he would try more to do things I needed from him, but in all reality, he has only really tried when I get upset with him or when we fight. I told myself I would stop and physical. Okay, I told myself I would stop all physical touch unless he initiated it, but I hadn't built up the courage to do so until this week. We had yet another fight about how he acts when he gets home and the house isn't clean. When he aggressively starts cleaning up and making passive aggressive remarks, even though I told him I was in the middle of cleaning, nitpicking everything. I told him how it makes me feel and things never change. It's always the same fights over and over again. He told me that maybe things won't change, but to start to worry when he doesn't get upset anymore. He pointed out some of my mistakes too, but I have always tried my best to change. I used to be a messy person, but I changed that for him. But I just feel like my feelings are not valid enough for him to want to change. This week I started practically giving him the cold shoulder. He comes in and asks for a kiss, and I gave him a small peck and continue about my day instead of wrapping myself around him. He asks about my day. My response is good, just tired. It was okay, not much depth. If I ask about his day, I just respond with, well, that's good. If we sit on the couch, I'm on the opposite end. Instead of curling up next to him in bed, I go to the opposite corner. I haven't even tried to initiate X anymore. I used to call him every chance I got. Now I only call him once, maybe twice a day. I'm still doing my wifely duties of cleaning, cooking, and watching over the kids, just with a little less love. I can see it hurts him. I can see it in his eyes. Sometimes he just sighs and walks away. I know it pains him, but it pains me too. Today he made a passing comment about me having an attitude all week, but I didn't respond. I love this man with my entire heart and soul. I would move heaven and earth to make him happy. But I think that's the problem, that just because I love him as much as I do, he thinks that's enough to keep me. I miss my best friend. I miss the person I felt for. I can't see myself with anyone else. But my God, there is just a deep, profound pain in my chest that it makes me feel like I'm dying. I feel like I can't breathe sometimes. I want to tell him, I want to scream and yell at him how I'm feeling because he told me not to keep things bottled up, that I can't talk to him about my feelings. But last time I tried, it ended up in an argument. I'm tired, I'm angry, I'm lost, I'm scared that if I keep this up, he will just decide to leave instead of figuring out what's wrong and fighting for us. He asked me if I was okay because I seemed stressed, but all I could tell him was, yeah, I'm fine. I just feel like I can't talk to him the way I want to. This is a terrible, terrible mess. This woman is completely into a person that is not particularly into her, and she's doing way too much. This is the type of person that actually really does need therapy so she can figure out how to communicate her feelings. Because what she's doing, she's pouting and she's doing these actions like ignoring him, being short with him, but she really just wants him to now like engage with her and love on her or something. And like, I don't see this working as adults. And without some proper communication, they're both going to end up resentful. Like she's going to give, 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 and then her heart is just not going to take it anymore. He's going to be blindsided. This just seems like a terrible mess that lacks communication and like putting your emotions in the proper place. Because why are you giving your all to a person like this that doesn't seem to like you very much? This is the reason why women have got to have some kind of balance. Like relationships are an important part of life, but so is being a human that's an individual that has goals and achievements and beliefs outside of a relationship. This is just too much to me. This would become overbearing for me. Someone calling all the time, that golden retriever energy like that. This just seems like too much. So, puzzle headed at the bottom says, you guys need to consider counseling. She needs counseling regardless. She needs some kind of therapist regardless because she's just team do too much. Agreeing Storm says, yep, OP is voicing her needs very clearly and directly, and he's telling her just as clearly that he doesn't care. Do I enjoy making coffee in the morning? No. but wife does. So I make coffee for her because it makes her happy. She likes to snuggle in bed, and she's like a furnace, but it makes her happy. And she does things she doesn't enjoy because it makes me happy too. And now OP has decided she's just going to avoid him, which isn't a mature response either. Everyone sucks here. Everyone needs counseling. This person says, you guys need counseling. And then original McShashi says, this is correct. Issues on both sides here. And then cute but depresso says, and using paragraphs. Yes, she should consider using paragraphs. Randa Panda says, I've been through this many times in the last 11 years. I can't say we have made as much progress as I prefer. However, I have found that the more I supplement selfish or self-centered focus or energy towards myself, the better I feel day to day. If you don't know what to do with the dynamic with your husband, try to focus on yourself. Invest in yourself. I get being stuck in the cold shouldering. I just hope that while you are doing that, you do it from a bubble bath upstairs or whatever else floats your boat. Take care. And then the OP says, I go to the gym in the middle of the night when everyone is asleep, or I work and watch TV or fold laundry until 3 a.m. This seems like avoidant behavior. I don't know. I'm not good with all of the terms. It just seems like she's avoiding what she really needs to do, which is leave this relationship that is not suiting her. You guys go ahead and weigh in. Let me know what you think about this. Don't forget to like, comment, and share. A woman gave her mother a gift, and she wrote a story about it on the Reddit on Wiki subreddit. It says, gifted my mother, and now she is not talking to me. Okay, why? Let's see. My mother is a teacher who loves cooking and recently decided to start selling some of her cookings for the fun of it. For the fun and happiness it brings her. However, a few weeks ago, she had to go under knee surgery and is now facing an 8-week recovery, unable to walk, work, and cook. She has been kind of depressed about it because she is very active and really loves working and doing her things. I live in another state and I'm also facing some personal problems, so I can't visit her at the moment. That is why I decided gifting her something that I thought would be helpful at this moment. I bought her 2 books about cooking. One of them is a more technical and classical one because she learned all she knows about cooking by herself, but she loves tricks and techniques. The second one is Salt, Fat, Acid, and Heat because is more open and freeing. Because it is more open and freeing. And with both books combined, she can use the new knowledge to be creative. I had the books delivered as a surprise, and when she received them, I told her she would have to watch the TV show originated by the second book so she could unlock the second part of the gift. She did, so I sent her the rest of the surprise. It was a bag with 8 items that I know she had not tried before, 2 for each element presented on the book. For salt, I chose some truffled fleur de sel and miso. For fat, I got her an awarded olive oil and some bottled butter that is very traditional in our country. For acid, I chose a type of honey that comes from a species of stingless bee that produces honey with high acidity and low sugary, and is low sugar, and also balsamic cream. For heat, I gave her a bamboo steamer pot and a kitchen blowtorch. I am a designer, so I also designed illustrated cards explaining each item, called them her 8 inspirations, had them printed and delivered with the rest of the gifts. The thing is, after all that, she is not talking to me. Say is not completely silent. She still answers if I text her, but she is not making much conversation. She is not sad, mad, upset, or depressed anymore. It's the opposite. She is so happy and inspired that all she wants to do is read her books, do research, and decide what she wants to do with her inspirations. She makes lists of ingredients she wants to buy and recipes she wants to try. And my sister says every time she walks by her, she has a new comment about her obsession, about her new obsession. She is fascinated and it's just so cute. I love her so much and I thought she would like it, but I didn't imagine she would be so into it. It's amazing knowing she is being her old, happy, and excited self again, even if she can barely leave the couch. Yes, I'm stuck with my sister for news about mom for a while. Ha ha ha. Can't wait to see the dishes she's going to come up with. I was enthralled with this as I read this because the title got me. It sucked me in. Like, why would a gift make her mom not talk to her anymore? This was such a pleasant surprise that y'all needed to see this. I love that this daughter was so in tune with her mother that she gave her a surprise and she really tried to delight her as she's healing from this knee surgery. This was so cute that y'all needed to see this because we deserve this. We deserve something happy. We deserve to see a mom being doted on like this. And I really am glad that this mother has raised this daughter to be so in tune with her that she would do this and design this for her. It actually brought tears to my eyes. And hopefully it made you smile today. The comments are kind of unnecessary. Everybody was like, yeah, she got me, but this is cute. All right, y'all, go ahead and weigh in. Let me know what you think about this one. Don't forget to like, comment, and share.